Hey guys, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Bongi, and on this channel I do vlogs and some cash stuffing videos. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, please do make sure that you click the subscribe button. To my returning subbies, welcome to another video. As you see by the title, I am back with part 2 of my Zara collection. Now, a disclaimer, I feel like I have to do this disclaimer in each and every perfume video that I make. I am not a perfumer or a perfume connoisseur. I'm a person who just enjoys smelling good and who enjoys buying perfumes. I really don't know anything about notes. I won't be able to tell you that I can smell certain notes in these perfumes. So if you clicked on this video thinking that this is that type of review, you're gonna be disappointed. Okay, this is just a video from a person that just likes smelling good. Just like with part 1, which if you haven't watched, make sure that you go watch after this one. I'm gonna be showing you guys these perfumes in the order that I bought them. This perfume I'm gonna talk about, it is Nude Bouquet, and this one I bought in that combo package. It comes with Lightly Bloom. I'm just gonna kind of like review them together because they do smell quite similar. Now this one right here, this is your clean, fresh floral perfume. If you're a person that doesn't like florals, I would say stay away from this perfume, and also a Lightly Bloom. I don't like this perfume. First time I smelled it, guys, it reminded me of Easy Waves, the hair product. If you're South African, you know Easy Waves, okay? And I was just like, no, I do not want to walk around smelling like hair product. And at first I thought it was me, until I had my younger sister also smell it, and she was like, it reminded her of Soft and Free, which is the hair product that she uses. And I was like, okay, so clearly it is not me. Now the weird thing about this perfume is that people love this perfume. On Fragrantica, people rave about this perfume. They love it. It has been likened to Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. I have never smelled that perfume, but if it smells anything close to this, then I'm never gonna smell that perfume. I probably will smell it just to compare, but as I said, if it smells like this, I'm never gonna own that perfume. But yeah, I really do not like this perfume at all. Now Lightly Bloom, it does smell similar to this. It also gives me the same hair product vibe, but Lightly Bloom it has more of a greenness and more of like aquatic notes. It's more fresher. But yeah, I still have it. I really do not know why I still have this perfume. This dent is not from me wearing it. It's just from me trying to figure out what perfumes I can layer this with so that I can wear it. Other than that, if I can't figure out the perfect layering combo with this perfume, I'm probably gonna end up having to use it as a house spray. But even then, I don't want my house to smell like this. Like, I don't understand the hype. From the Zara website, it says it has vanilla, cherry, and peony. I don't get the vanilla and the cherry, and what I'm probably getting is predominantly the peony. As I said, because of that, I am staying away from peony, lotus, honeysuckle, any of those fresh, clean florals. Anyways, that is Nude Bouquet. The next perfume is True Amore. Unfortunately, this one has been discontinued, and I really like how simple this bottle looks, just clean. Now this one right here, it is your rose citrus earthy scent. Okay, now the earthiness you're gonna get on the dry down. Now the opening of this one, it is fun. Okay, it's fizzy, it's bubbly. It reminds me of the opening that I get from Rose Gourmand. I'm not saying the perfumes are similar, they're nowhere near close, but the opening is quite similar. It gives me the same vibe. This is predominantly a rose scent. The rose here is light, it's airy, has a little bit of sweetness. Oh guys, this perfume is beautiful. Oh my god, it has been likened to Delina, and if this smells like Delina, now I get the hype. I get why people go goo gaga over Delina. Let's look at the notes. This perfume has rose, grapefruit, vetiver, frankincense. As I said, predominantly rose perfume. The grapefruit is what's giving this perfume like that freshness, and I feel like the combination of rose and grapefruit is what's also giving it this fizzy, bubbly opening. And then the vetiver is what's giving this perfume like the soft wood earthiness, and that you're gonna smell on the dry down. Okay, that's when you get that vetiver. The vetiver here is a beautiful, it's very much like clean. Okay, because sometimes the vetiver can be too earthy, but this one is more of a clean, fresh vetiver. Okay, I love this perfume. Also, like on the dry down, there's something like menthol, something like jasmine like lurking in the background, and I feel like that's probably the frankincense, because it's giving it something very much aromatic. It's giving it something that adds a bit of character to this perfume, and I'm just gonna say it's probably that frankincense. The performance of this one is also pretty good. I get about 8 hours. On your clothes, you will smell it the next day. Projection is not that like good. It's not gonna fill the room, it's not gonna leave a trail, but it's just a beautiful perfume that performs decently. Okay, so yeah, that is True Amore. Okay, so the next perfume I'm gonna talk about, it is By Love. Unfortunately, this one has been discontinued. Now this one to me is like a creamy, woody, a bit sweet, powdery earth scent. Okay, I love this perfume so much. I try not to use it a lot because once I run out, what am I gonna do? Okay, this is beautiful. I honestly think this is Zara's own creation. Okay, now the notes here, it's sandalwood, rose petals, and patchouli. The sandalwood is what's giving this perfume like this creamy vibe, and also these woody like softness. Like the woody notes here are quite soft, they're not harsh. And then the rose petals, I feel like the rose petals I get more in the opening, because the opening I get like this airiness and also this like greenness, kind of like almost like the stems of roses. That's where I get the rose the most, but other than that, once it has settled down, I don't get the rose at all. I get mainly sandalwood and patchouli. Okay, the patchouli in here is clean, it's not your dirty or dusty patchouli. Okay, it's beautifully made. Okay, it's what's giving this perfume, I feel like, this lushness and this softness, and also the powdery musky vibe that you get in the dry down. Guys, this perfume is beautiful. Zara, I don't understand why you discontinued it. This perfume puts me in the same vibe as Warm Freedom, which I spoke about in part 1, which they've also discontinued. Those two perfumes I feel like deserved to stay longer in their shelves. I get them discontinuing the other perfumes because they were duping other perfumes, but those two perfumes I haven't been able to find anyone say they've found like perfumes similar to them at all. This one I've heard people say it smells similar to Lantidi, the black one. I have smelled that perfume before and I do not get Lantidi in this perfume at all. Lantidi is a white floral tuberose. I think it has patchouli, woody scent. Here I don't get white florals at all. I don't get that tuberose. I mostly get sandalwood and patchouli. Maybe it's the patchouli that's making people think Lantidi, but I still don't understand why they would make that connection. These two perfumes, like this one and Lantidi, have nothing in common to me, and that is okay. Now performance of this one is decent. It gives me about 6 hours. On your clothes it doesn't last. Like on your clothes you won't smell it the next day. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, it's a decent performer. Okay, but yeah, that is By Love. Next up we have Violet Blossom. This one right here is a beautiful scent. Okay, this to me is grown, it's sexy, it's intoxicating. I love this perfume right here. If you're a person who loves Alien, you're gonna love this one because it puts me in the same vibe as Alien. Now I'm not saying it's a dupe to Alien, okay, because this is predominantly almond and white florals, okay, whereas Alien is more jasmine and amber notes. So this one right here to me, as I said, it's an almond, white floral, sweet floral scent. Now the sweetness is not coming from a fruit. I've heard people say like it's a fruity scent. I don't get any fruitiness in here. I get more of a sweet floral that's been used. Also the almond in here in the opening is quite better, but I feel like because of that magnolia, it softens it up and it gives it this like soft lushness. Guys, this perfume is beautiful. Okay, and then on the dry down, that almond and that vanilla gives it like this creamy softness. Oh my gosh, adding a bit of like lushness, a bit of richness to this perfume. Guys, I love this perfume so much. Now the notes, the cherry blossom, magnolia, heliotrope, almond, and vanilla. I don't know what cherry blossom smells like, but I'm guessing that's what's giving this perfume like this fruity floral note. And then heliotrope has this ambery vanilla-esque note that I get like on the dry down, like with mixed in with that vanilla and that almond, giving it like this soft spicy creaminess. Love this scent so much, guys. Performance of it, guys, is quite dismal. Okay, this thing I can't smell it after 3 hours. So as you guys can see, I have the bigger bottle, so I don't mind spraying it throughout the day. I don't know, I'm quite disappointed with the performance, but considering the price of it, Zara perfumes really don't have great performance. If we're being honest, you're buying them because of the smell and not the performance. But anyways, that is Violet Blossom. Next up we have Bohemian Oud, which unfortunately has been discontinued. Now this is the first time I smelled it. I hated it. It was incense, straight out incense, and I was just like, what the heck did I just buy? But now that I've had it for a couple of months, it has developed into this beautiful scent. Okay, I get like smokiness, I get cocoa sweetness, a little bit of like some creaminess. Also, it's like a vanilla amber scent on the dry down. This is beautifully made. Also, it's very much dark and intense. Okay, this scent, I don't think it would be for everyone. Okay, like you definitely have to test this out before you buy it. It has been likened to By the Fireplace. I haven't smelled By the Fireplace, and other people say it smells like Amore Oud by Latafa, which I also have. Now let's get to the notes of this one. There's cocoa powder, incense, vanilla, black pepper, agarwood, leather, and immortelle. I don't get agarwood in the leather. I'm not sure what immortelle smells like, but I get the cocoa powder, the vanilla, the incense is there in the dry down, also adding that smokiness, and then the black pepper also adds a little bit of warm spiciness on the dry down. This is a beautiful scent. As I said, it does give me a little bit of like some creaminess, even though there's no lactonic notes in here. There's no sandalwood. Honestly, now that I mention sandalwood, I feel like sandalwood and incense would have probably given me that smoky vibe that I get here, and also giving me that creaminess. But it's probably the cocoa powder and the vanilla that's giving me like this gourmandy creamy vibe from this perfume. It's a really beautiful scent. Performance of this one, I get about 8 hours. Projection is not crazy. Like if you're standing close to me, you're gonna smell me. Obviously, it's not room filling or it doesn't leave a tray. I feel like it's also unisex, and I only keep this one for like cold weather or when it's windy or chilly. This when I wear this one. When it's hot, it's definitely gonna be too much. Okay, but yeah, that is Bohemian Oud. The next perfume is Perpetual Oud, which unfortunately has been discontinued. This one right here is your rose woody spicy scent. The rose that's been used here is not your typical like light airy rose. This one is jammy and it's quite sharp also. Another thing with this perfume, the opening is really soapy. It reminds me of the opening that I get from Oud Satin Mood. Oud Satin Mood uses a jammy rose, and it also gives me like that soapy, like almost detergent opening. So maybe that's what happens with like jammy rose perfumes. Also, this perfume, if I'm not mistaken, was going for Oud Satin Mood, but in my opinion, it's nowhere near close to Oud Satin Mood. Maybe it's like 50% close to it, because it is missing agarwood. In the nose there's agarwood, but I don't smell agarwood at all. Now the dry down of this one is earthy, ambery, and spicy, and there's also something there in the like background that's a bit scratchy, almost like it's not well blended in the dry down. And normally when I get something like that on a perfume, I associate it with saffron, which this perfume does have saffron. Other than that, this is a beautiful scent. I definitely feel like this is not for everybody. You do need to smell it before you buy it. I feel like it will be too much for other people, or it will be too much for certain settings. Like if you wear this at work, I feel like it will be too cloying at work, or maybe some people will kind of like be irritated because of that saffron note in this perfume. Now I'm one of those people, I wear my perfumes anyway, like work, running errands, or whatever. So I do wear this perfume when I go to work, but I mainly keep it for those chilly cold weather times, because I feel like when I wear this during like summer or when it's hot, it does tend to be too cloying because of that rose that's been used in this perfume. Performance of this one, I get a good 6 to 8 hours. Projection is about 2 feet. It's a good performer. The notes is red rose, agarwood, amber, saffron, patchouli, leather, vetiver, pepper, musk, and pear. I don't get the pear. I do get a little bit of spiciness, as I've said, from that pepper. The musk muskiness, it is on the dry down, but it's not a predominantly musky scent. I would say it's more of like a powdery dryness that you get, maybe because of the vetiver and the patchouli, with that earthiness from both of those notes do kind of like give it this powdery vibe on the dry down. But the rest of the notes I definitely do smell. But yeah, that is Perpetual Oud. Last but not least, we have Nocturnal Life. This one has been discontinued. Guys, this scent, I love it so much. This to me smells like cinnamon buns. This is ambery, spicy, tobacco smoky scent. Okay, in the opening it's a bit fresh from the citrus note that's been used, and then you have the cinnamon followed by tobacco. The tobacco here is quite sharp. It's very, very strong, and you smell it very strongly on your skin. On my clothes, I don't get the tobacco note as strongly. Now, there's no tobacco in the notes listed, but I can smell it. So the note is bergamot, cinnamon, juniper, and incense. The bergamot is what's giving it that freshness in the opening, but once it dries down, it's less fresh, more spicy, almost aromatic, you know, and that's because of that the juniper berries, the cinnamon, and the incense. This is basically what this perfume is like: warm spiciness, ambery, and the smokiness. Also, that's all you will get in the dry down, but you also get that tobacco. Guys, that tobacco goes strong. As I said, on your skin, you will wash this thing off. If you're a person who hates tobacco, I feel like you will not appreciate this perfume at all. But other than that, it's quite unique. It's very like complex. I love it. I feel like it's not for everybody else. Also, I feel like if you wore this during hot seasons, when it's hot, summer, spring, it's too cloying. That tobacco will be too nauseating when it's hot. I reserve this for like cold weather, when it's windy or it's chilly. That's when I smell this. Also, people have said that this smell like angel shea. I haven't smelled angel shea, but from what I understand, angel shea is more boozy, and I don't get any booziness in this perfume at all. But yeah, performance of this one is quite good. 8 hours, it projects quite nicely. I love this perfume a lot. Yeah, that is Nocturnal Life. Out of all of these perfumes, my number one favorite one has to be By Love. Okay, I love this perfume. I feel like it's really unique, and I feel like, as I said, it's Zara's own creation. The other ones, I feel like you would get other better options out there. I hope that you guys did enjoy this. If you have any of these, as always, let me know your thoughts about them down in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video and also share with me your scent of the day. Today I am wearing a perfume from Latava. It's called, oh my god, what's this perfume called? I'm testing it out. It's new in my collection. I will leave the name of it right here. But yeah, don't forget to click the subscribe button, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.